Hello everyone, I am Sanchalita Bandyopadhyay. Today my topic of presentation is development of an interactive web GIS application to simulate housing potential and demand on the example of city district of Eggingen, Ulm. Before starting my presentation, I would like to show my gratitude to the Isprs organizers for giving me this opportunity to present my paper. I'm also thankful to my supervisors and my co-authors for their constant supports. These are the modules which I'm going to explain in my following slides. As it is known in today's world that the increase in population leads to increase in demand of housing, and according to the annual report of housing market of Baden-Württemberg 2017, the states have been classified into 5 different markets based on labor market, housing market, job density, and housing demand dynamics. Among these, Ulm falls in type A, which depicts high-stressed housing and labor market. On 22nd June 2021, a new law entered into force in Germany, enabling municipalities to give priority to build on inner city open spaces at a higher building density, especially for rural communities where there are many underutilized properties and open spaces. There is great potential for redensification, which is addressed by the new legislation. The main objective of this work is to build up a comprehensive geodatabase which includes all relevant physical, economic, ecological, social aspects, and which further locates and quantifies the potential open spaces and building gaps being suitable for redevelopment. And here the housing potentials are divided into different construction and realization categories, which can be used for a realistic urban planning. And these analyses and calculated results will be visualized in a WebGIS application where the user is able to query and edit on different urban development scenarios. There are 9 surrounding districts which works under Ulm municipality, and Eggingen is one of them, which is our study area. So the methodology starts with basic data sets. ALKIS is the main data source which has been received from the municipality. The comprehensive German Federal Building Code regulates urban land use planning in details, and for the WebGIS application, this binding plan and the land use plan has been used, examined, and presented, and these procedures are discussed in the following slides. So at first, the data has been prepared from the ALKIS as per the survey requirements. Secondly, a field survey has been conducted in Eggingen. Then all the collected data has been merged and combined in QGIS, and a database including all the information of buildings parcels has been developed. After the significant various calculations have been done, like GIZ and GFZ. GIZ means Grundflächenzahl, and KFZ is Geschossflächenzahl, so which is floor area ratio and floor space ratio of the parcels. So finally, all the layers as per the availability of development have been prepared, such as building gaps, building application for short-term availability, underutilized parcels, outer potential area with planning right for the mid-term, outer potential area with land use plan for long-term. As we can see from the images, the first database has been created in PostgreSQL server, all the layers imported in the database, and then various queries have been created for dynamic and static layers, which is going to discuss in following slides. These are the open source tools which are used for the web development, and this is the main concept behind it. The data stored in PostGIS, which then transferred through map server as a web map service. And then to leaflet framework to visualize in the web. So this is the overview of the WebGIS application. If we click on the learn more, we can get the Eggingen website. And in the analysis tab, we can see the Eggingen parcel and the map. It can be panned, and then we can see here the scale of the map. It can be zoomed in and zoomed out. In the right side, a dialog box can be seen where there are various base maps have been stored also, OpenStreetMap, black and white, OpenStreetMap, and OpenTopoMap. And this is the overview of the parcel of Eggingen. When we click on each parcel, it gets highlighted and we get all type of information of the parcels, whether it's a potential land, what is the address, what is the area of the parcel, this type of informations. If we click on the buildings, we see all the buildings here in each parcel. GIS, or which I've already mentioned, the floor area ratio has been shown here, and here is the legend in the left panel. This is the floor space ratio of each parcel. In the short term, availability shows the parcels which are ready for development or available for development. Each parcels or each layer has 3 stages. Actual stage shows the parcel number, its location, area of the parcel as per status quo. Development according to planning regulation shows all the information like floor space, properties, or as per the planning right. And further development shows the potentiality of the parcel. This has been configured with a slider feature, where slider shows the percentage of readiness or willingness of the owner of the parcel to give it to the municipality for further development. And the value in the slider such as 0, 10, 20, 30 are percentages of the readiness. Along with the slider feature, automatic dialog box has been appeared which has the information of the total area, floor space, living space in square meter, and number of potential residents. Every layer has been classified in this way, and it shows the charts also where it is very interactive. Each attributes can be seen and user can select the attributes and they can see the trend, how the floor space or living space is related to each other, how it is affecting the potential person or increasing the person, etc. And in this way all the layers has been classified and has been made. And here when we go back in the contact tab, it shows that the user can put their name, their email address, their subject, and their suggestions or their queries as a message, and they can send it as a message and it will be directly sent to the company. And in the help tab shows a user manual of the web application, how it can be used, and every small details has been given to the manual. So the analysis have been compared to the demographic prognosis data of Eggingen district provided by the City Ulm, Department of City Planning. The forecasting method used in the demographic prognosis is called year-by-year population forecasting. And so to meet the demand of the prognosis data, few situations have been analyzed, and based on the housing simulations of different types of potential housing areas and the given population forecast, the municipality of Eggingen holds a significantly higher housing potential than it needs under the assumed conditions. But the latest political developments show that there could well be a huge influx of people in the short term, which would lead to a much higher housing demand. So in conclusion, we see that the city of Ulm with its associated districts is an emerging city with a growing population, and it's therefore particularly suitable as a pilot project for the simulation related to the new Building Land Mobilization Act. And as a future scope, we can use it for a 3D city model, the application. We can use the 3D data for a better visual representation, and other editable functions such as editing, map layout, printing, measurement functions, etc. can be added for enhance the user experience. These are the references which I have used, and thank you so much.